Good morning, dear children. In today's class, I shall teach you the second lesson last spring of Anish Jung. But before starting this second lesson, I want to make an assuration by you all that previous first lessons certainly you will have to complete completely, and I hope that there will be no any problem because I have explained the first lesson of Alphonse Daudet, and after that I have given expected important short answer type of questions to write in your fair copy, and after that I had given you the answer also to match from your answer. Hopefully यू ऑल हैव डन इट। मतलब कि मैंने आपको पहला लेसन पढ़ाया, उसमें उसकी समरी एक्सप्लेन किया, उसके बाद जो बोर्ड के व्यू से इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस थे उसको मैंने एज अ होमवर्क आपको दिया, फिर उनका आंसर भी आपको दिया। तो आप अपने कॉपी में फेयर कॉपी में अच्छी तरह से लिख लीजिएगा और अच्छी तरह से प्रैक्टिस कर लिया था कर लेना चाहिए, ऐसा मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप किए होंगे। सो नाउ इन टुडेज क्लास we will discuss the second lesson. Second lesson is last spring, which means stories of stolen childhood. You know, before you, that is your present lesson, last spring of Anish Jung. So before starting the last spring, we have to discuss something about author Anish Jung. इस लेसन को पढ़ने से पहले, इस लेसन के इंसिडेंट जानने के पहले, इस लेसन के कैरेक्टर्स जानने के पहले हमें लेसन के ऑथर के विषय में जान लेना चाहिए। सो अबाउट एनिश जंग, सी हियर, एनिश जंग was born in 1944, dear student, and she is an Indian woman writer, journalist and columnist for major newspaper in India and abroad. You know, he is this author, this lady author, she is a very well known and she is a very famous journalist and columnist of major newspaper, major magazines, etc. Not only in India but also in abroad, in foreign also. She was very famous. She was born at Hyderabad and received education in Hyderabad and in United States. Her parents were renowned poets. That was not that she was only a writer in her family. Apart from her, her parents also were very aristocratic, very renowned, very famous poets. So she belongs from a literary atmosphere, dear children. She has written several books. I'm telling you about her notable work. So she has written several books such as Unveiling India, Night of the New Moon, Seven Sisters, and Breaking the Silence. These are her well-known or her reputed prestigious work, prestigious compositions of Anish Jung. Okay, so here you may see that she is the editor of the Times and columnist for major newspaper in India and abroad, as I had told you already. And about her books, just like Unveiling India, Night of the New Moon, Seven Sisters, Breaking the Silence, etc. So these are her famous work. Okay, and now I'm telling you about the theme of the story. Okay, dear children, you see here, here in this story, the author unveils the utter destitutions of the rag pickers, utter misfortunes of the rag pickers. poet, this authors, this authoress, you may say, this female author, female writer expresses the poor conditions of the poor boys of Simapuri, poor people of Simapuri. Means she is describing about, pitiable, about their miserable, poor background. Okay, so she is describing about the destitutions of the rag pickers, about the unfortunate conditions, about ill health of rag pickers, of these poor of Simapuri. Okay, and the bangle makers of Firozabad. Actually, here in this lesson, there are two type of people. Author Anis Jung is describing first of all about the conditions of people of Simapuri, which is at border area of Delhi, and after that she describes about the poor conditions of Firozabad people as a bangle makers. मतलब इस लेशन में, मीन्स लास्ट स्प्रिंग लेशन में, दो जगह के लोगों का, उनके दुर्भाग्य का, उनके गरीबी का, उनके यातना का, उनके कष्ट का, उनके शोषण का वर्णन किया गया है. पहला है सीमापुरी, जो कि दिल्ली का बॉर्डर है, और एक आपके यूपी का डिस्ट्रिक्ट है फिरोजाबाद. वहाँ का जो मेन ऑक्यूपेशन है, मेन प्रोफेशन है, वो बैंगल मेकिंग है. मतलब चूड़ियाँ बनाने का काम वहाँ के लोग करते हैं. लेकिन इसके बावजूद भी वो गरीब हैं और सामान्य से सामान्य अधिकारों से वंचित हैं, सुख सुविधाओं से वंचित हैं. सो दिस स्टोरी डिस्क्राइब्स द ग्रिंडिंग पुअर्टी and traditions that compel the children to live a life of exploitation. How miserable the situations, dear children. As a student, as a child, as a children, they must be a student. But unfortunately, they are not students. They are not enjoying their childhood life. They are busy to survive their life, to earn their income resources, dear children. As children, they must enjoy the life of a student, they must enjoy the life of child, but due to their utter poverty, due to their miserable poverty, they are forced to earn money from morning to evening. So this story attracts our attentions toward the terrible poverty of these poor people. Okay, so just like you are getting here on your mobile screen, this lesson is an expert from the books Little Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood. The last spring means last spring is equal to stolen of childhood. That is a story about how they steal the enjoy of childhood, because as you know that childhood is the spring of all age, like adult and old, adolescent, old age, and this boyhood, younghood, oldhood. About all these, this childhood is known as a spring, is known as a color age, is known as a enjoyment. यह जो बचपन होता है ना, ये बाकी का जो एज है, जो पड़ाव है उम्र का, जैसे युवा अवस्था, पौढ़ावस्था, वृद्धावस्था, इन अवस्थाओं में जो बाल्यावस्था है, जो बचपन का अवस्था है, सबसे सुंदर, सबसे सुखद और सबसे आनंददायक, केयर फ्री अवस्था होती है. लेकिन इस अवस्था में भी गरीब के बच्चे, उन्हें पढ़ाई, आनंद तो दूर है, आनंद तो छोड़ दीजिए, आनंद का कोई मतलब ही नहीं उनके लिए. वो बेचारे सुबह उठते हैं, कैसे अपना जीवन यापन करें, कैसे दो समय की 2 जून की रोटी इकट्ठा करें, और शाम सो भी जाते हैं यही सोचते हुए कि अगले दिन कुछ अच्छा करेंगे, अगले दिन कुछ अच्छा कमाएंगे. सो फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग टू इवनिंग they think about how to earn money. So how will they feel the joy of childhood? It's quite impossible to think, it's quite impossible to feel that the childhood, the age of enjoy, is the age of carefree. Okay, dear children, so I'm telling here, I'm discussing here to you all about the last spring, which is the story of a stolen childhood. Okay, now let us begin to discuss about the lesson, to discuss about the story. You know, there is a main character is in first story. You know, as I had already told you, there are two stories. First belongs to story about Shimapuri, and second is from Firozabad. So in first story, there is a main character is Saheb. Saheb is a boy who does the work of garbage picking, rag picking. माने पहला जो स्टोरी मैं आपको बताने जा रहा हूँ इस लेसन का, उसमें जो मेन कैरेक्टर है साहेब, एक बच्चा है जिसका नाम है साहेब, एक लड़का है जिसका नाम है साहेब. उसे स्कूल में पढ़ना चाहिए, बजाय स्कूल में पढ़ने के वह अपनी रोजी रोटी के इंतजाम में सुबह से लेकर शाम तक वर्क करता है. कौन सा वर्क करता है? कूड़ा, जो कूड़े सड़कों शहरों से निकल के बाहर फेंका जाता है, उस कूड़ों में से अपने इनकम का सोर्स, आय का स्रोत ढूंढने की कोशिश करता है. मतलब कूड़े कचरों में से कोई उपयोगी वस्तु, कोई यूजफुल वस्तु को ढूंढता है और फिर उसको बेच करके अपनी जीविका का पालन करता है. सो हियर वी आर इंट्रोड्यूसिंग अबाउट अ बॉय हुज नेम इज साहेब. व्हाट इज साहेब? एंड साहेब्स ऑक्यूपेशन वाज, साहेब्स वर्क वाज a garbage pickers. He is as a garbage picker. He is a rag pickers. So now see about Saheb. Saheb, the son of migrant family from Dhaka, is a rag picker who lives in Simapuri at the border of Delhi, at the periphery of Delhi, and goes about barefoot, rummaging around in the heaps of garbage to earn his livelihood. For the children like Saheb, a heap of garbage is like a gold mine. You know, this Saheb is not one there in Simapuri. Like him, there are so many boys who do the work of rag picking, and they understood this collection of this garbage as a gold mine. वो जो garbage है, garbage का heap है, जो कूड़े करकट का जो भंडारण है, ये बच्चे उस भंडारण को सोने की खान समझते हैं. बिकॉज दे आर टोटली डिपेंडेंट ऑन देम, ऑन दिस गार्बेज, ऑन दिस यूजलेस मटेरियल्स. फ्रॉम दिस यूजलेस मटेरियल दे ट्राई टू collect, they try to search something which is useful for their livelihood. Okay, so they understood that these heap of garbage is like a gold mine. Thousands of such children live with their families in Simapuri. They live in slum and not even the basic amenities. They cannot complete the basic requirement. They live here in slum with not even the basic requirement, basic need. They cannot complete the basic requirement, you know, such as water and sanitation available to them. These families are living in utter poverty. The children have nothing today except rag picking, through which they earn something to eat at least. Have you got? Means these children have nothing to do. These children are quietly miserable. They have nothing except to rag pick, to do the work of rag picking, through which they earn something to eat at least. Garbage to the elders is a means of survival, but for these children, it is a magical wonder, you know. These, as I say you, for the student, for these children, because that is not in their luck to get education, to get a study. So they are not students, they are children there, and they are poor children who are away from basic requirements. So these garbage was not place for earning resources. This garbage is a kind of magical wonder, magical attraction, magical wonder. In order to earn better, Saheb starts working at a tea stall where he is paid rupees 800 per month. But it seems he, after this, loses his carefreeness. You know, after that, when he grows up, he had stopped to rag picking. He stopped to do the rag as a rag pickers, and he had started to he had started the work of as a as a boy, as a worker at a tea stall. He had joined a service at a tea stall, but and even he was paid rupees 800 at the per month, but the freedom, the carefreeness was not there. As a rag pickers, he was free. There was carefree. He was not under any control. But now even he was earning more than at a garbage, but was not happy, but was not free, because he was under the control of another. He was giving his service as a servant for doing the work of work at a tea stall. Okay, so now that is the difference between as a rag pickers and as a worker at a tea stall. He works for someone else and is no longer his own master. The reason is that because he is not his own master right now when he was paid rupees 800, and at the time when he was getting less money, less rupees, but he was a master of his own. So that is the difference, and that is why he was not happy. Okay, when this question is asked to you, even he was paid 800 rupees, even he was paid rupees 800, but he was not happy. Why? Because he was not his own master, because he was not free. He was under the control of another. Okay, so the loss of identity weighs heavily on his tender soldiers. So at this low age, at this soft age, at this child age, he had a great responsibility to survive to himself, and along with himself to his family also. Okay, so in this class I have told you about the first story of Sahib. Actually Sahib's name was there as a Sahib Alam, but unfortunately he didn't know the meaning of the Sahib Alam. Even the meaning of the Sahib Alam is the master of lord of universe, but on the contrary, he was not a lord, he was not master. Even he was forced to live his life miserably. Okay, in the next class I will discuss after that. Thank you.